Unlock the door, bitch. I'm on my way, and I got chicken strips.
I don't know why they call them chasers. It's not like Chubs can run real fast.
Double vodka with hot brownie chasers.
She just wanted to watch me eat it. Naked.
I can't say that. That's dirty.
Chasers will do anything to get into your pants. I love them.
Stop it! Stop!
Oh,
God! Chubs Gone Wild!
Hey there, and welcome to Chubs Gone Wild, episode 598, recorded on Tuesday, July 7th, 2025. It is 90 degrees in Chubland and quite sunny. Kind of, sort of. I don't remember a summer for a long time with this lighting. It's usually, to me, like much brighter and sunnier, and it just seems, I don't know, yellow and weird. And we're not
Yeah,
wildfires nearby, are we?
not that I know of.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems weird. Anyway, it is 116 days till Halloween and 171 days until Christmas. And let us indulge in a momentary affirmation. I respect my life. Oh, excuse me. Wrong. I expect my life to be loving, healthy, happy, and creative, and so it is. Hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll
Yeah.
go with that. Right. All right. Positive affirmation. Yes, Queen. All right, it is Patreon time, and Patreon offers folks a way to support creators and receive rewards not open to the general public, like special podcast videos, books, and more. And we want to thank our amazing current patrons: Clint, Nephi, Nick, DJ, Sausage from the Universe, Scott, Eric, Sean, Charles, Phoenix Dave, Brother Sinatus, Kingsley, Cappy Bacon, and Moose Pete. Please visit patreon.com/mattburlingame to find out how you can join our little band of heroes for as little as $1 a month. All right, well, today was a big day in history. In 1797, the first impeachment of a U.S. senator in U.S. history took place in the House of Representatives as it exercised its constitutional power of impeachment and votes to charge Senator William Blount, or Blunt, I've heard it both ways, of Tennessee, figures, with a high misdemeanor entirely inconsistent with the public duty and trust as a senator. Well, I'm sure they would be all like, "Oh, hey, Willie, don't worry, you got no problem. We just looked into the future and saw a whole bunch of dickheads and little Keebler elves running around being little Hitlers and say, you know what, you're good." Yeah. All right. Well, let's see if we celebrated any holidays, accidentally or otherwise. It is Chocolate Day. Shit, I knew I should have celebrated. Nope, no chocolate for me. It's also Father-Daughter Take a Walk Together Day. Did you take a walk with your father or daughter?
Well, I would have to be the daughter.
Yes.
And then as far as daughters go, she's been dead a few years now, so
Uh, oh, oh, okay. Um, Moving on. Global forgiveness. I forgive the globe. Do you?
does the globe forgive us is what should be
Uh,
the thing.
yeah, no shit. It's like we just have this beautiful world and everybody runs around destroying it like a fucking virus. Anyway, moving on. We also have National Dive Bar Day. When's the last time you went to a dive bar?
It's been a bit.
Yeah, same. I mean, the bars that we go to may have started out kind of divey at one point, but now they're all nice and fancy-ish.
Well, are they?
Well, Depot used to be. Remember when it was the Western? Well, I knew it right after it was the Western, and it was kind of a dive bar. But now it's all video screens and metal and yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and then of course there was Joseph's and the Bolt started out big dive bar to me, but not so much anymore. Leather is in and it has technology. Yeah. It's also National Macaroni Day. When's the last time you had macaroni?
Well, I'm going to have it
Oh,
tonight.
yeah. We did on July 4th, huh?
Yeah, I'm
That
gonna have.
salad.
Yeah, I'll have more tonight.
Nice.
Actually, it's going to be chili mac.
Oh, interesting. Let's see. Strawberry Sunday Day and also Tell the Truth Day. That is a day unobserved in America anymore. Hey, let's pick a few random little holidays that are just monthly type things. It's also National Picnic Month, National Pickle Month, Peach Month, Park and Recreation Month, Watermelon Month, Unlucky Month for Weddings. Okay. UV Safety Awareness Month. UV Safety of that V awareness. And also it's Juvenile Arthritis Awareness Month, which is interesting. Oh, and Lasagna Month. Because I was just watching a show that had a like 11-year-old, I think, that had arthritis and still managed to kick some butt. All right. Well, let's see about some birthdays because I know there's a lot of birthdays that are just wonderful coming up. Not going to mention anything, maybe about a month from now. Anyway, um, happy birthday to author Max Walker, Kimberly, Val, Tripp, Michelle, who was our wonderful Gorgon in Cinderella, the real true story. We have author Franco Duraco, Edson, Sean, who was in our production of Del Shore's. Why can I never remember Sorted Lives? I don't know why. I have a hard time remembering that show even after I directed it. Um, all right. Then we have our patron Sean. Happy birthday, patron Sean. Thank you for being a part of our little family. We also have actor Jerry Lee, author Ari McKay, John, Christopher Paul Spencer from the Corey Caravan, and we have Luke and Spencer again wanting apparently more accolades for his birthday. And chiropractic genius Derek Lawson. hmm Lots of fun birthdays. Lots of fun. Oh, and we can't forget to send a wonderful birthday wish out to Nephi, who I guess just needs that extra little love. Sometimes we do. Well, it's time to get into our feedback, and we got some juicy bits this time. Sean wrote in and said, I usually hit the proverbial wall around 4 p.m. every day. Iced coffee helps most of the time. As an 80s kid, oh, and then separate note, as an 80s kid, I get nostalgic sometimes for the glory days of shopping malls. Not sure how much I participated in mall culture though. Miss the food courts, arcades, music stores, etc. It's mostly all gone now. That's true. It is mostly all gone now. But yeah, the music store, oh man, I loved going in there. If I had $5 trying to find a few singles that were marked down to like 98 cents, few
It was.
marked bin.
Yeah, they were fun. For that kind of, and if they had a movie theater in there. That was
Oh
good.
yeah.
I forgot about that. Sunrise Mall had a movie theater, and then of course I worked across the street at the Birdcage movie theater, but that wasn't a mall in the same sense Sunrise Mall is. It was first of all it was an open air mall, which was a dumb
Mhm.
concept in Sacramento, because at that point the winters were cold and rainy and the
Mhm.
summers were scalding.
Yeah.
So, and the thing is, people went to the mall to get free air conditioning,
Right.
and you could see a movie, you could do lunch,
Yeah.
you could shop. I was never much of a shopper past the bookstores or the record stores because, well, they didn't have my clothes. So,
Right. Yeah, I loved the that, and actually I went, so the one that you worked at, when it became like a dollar theater,
yeah,
Heather and I used to go over there like pretty much every weekend and just see all the movies right before they went out, because back then they were still, like, when they left the dollar theater, it was still a couple months before they made it to like home video or cable or anything like that. But man, I just remember and all the movies I saw there, the one that I remember the most was the one that I hated, and that was that stupid Van Deen piece of poop about Armageddon end of the world. And ugh, it was so horrible. And both of us, we learned to talk to each other during the theater because both of us sat and watched the whole thing. And when we left, we both said that was so bad. I wanted to leave about 20 minutes in. And if we had just like actually, kind of mentioned like, what are you thinking of the movie? Then we would have both left and probably asked for our dollar back because it was shit.
yeah.
Anyway,
Well, I never worked there when it was a dollar house.
I know you were there when it was classy and cool, and I do remember, I think, seeing a movie there once, but yeah, that was a really cool. I know it was a dumb concept, but still, it was still a fun place to see a movie. So anyway, all right. All right, we have some chub hugs to send out, starting, of course, with to Tom of Tom and Terry in Chicago. His brother passed away this week, and we just want to send him out some love, and big hugs. And I think both of us probably have Texas on our list.
Hmm.
I am so fucking floored. Like every time I check the news, like the numbers just go up. It's like 80 something now.
Well, there was, remember at this summer camp, there were like 900 people,
Yeah.
and the summer camp is washed away. So, what are you gonna, and of course, this all goes back to Doge going in and firing everybody that belongs to the Weather Service. I don't understand why they targeted the Weather Service and the air traffic controllers. I
So
mean,
the air traffic controllers, from what I understand, they the head of the FAA was trying to basically find Elon for his ships exploding and the havoc that it caused because there was like traffic and damage and stuff like that from like where it came down and all that stuff. So there was that, and he was pissed at him and wanted to throw him out of there. And then he wanted to take over basically and make it a SpaceX thing, I guess. And then what was the other one? The Weather Service. I'm not exactly sure why they went after the Weather Service, other than they want to shut down anything to do with weather and FEMA and all that stuff. Like they're not giving FEMA to anyone. Anyway, do you have any chub hugs that you want to send out?
well, also all these people that have been affected by ice coming through. And it's not just ice anymore. I don't know if you've been watching, but they're hiring bounty hunters.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
Yeah, just, and I'm wondering, what do they get? $50 a body that they bring in? I don't understand how and why. Well, I understand why, but I don't understand how they're getting away with it. So,
I don't
just
either.
terrible. They actually were going, they were banging on in like neighborhoods. They're banging, well, the right neighborhoods. They're going in and banging on doors at night. And when people answer their door, they're going, okay, let's see your documentation. Oh, no documentation, you leave. It's just ridiculous.
I mean, that is just straight up fucking Nazi Germany
Yeah, and
all over again.
they're hanging out at high schools.
Yeah. And
Because a lot of times the undocumented kids are going to be over 18
mhm,
because they had to mess with language and stuff, or they started late. And
mhm,
so they tend to be a little old, 18 or 19 when they're seniors.
yeah.
And so it's awful. It's awful. It's because, I mean, when people are afraid to go to the grocery store or
Yeah.
church
Yeah.
or, to school, graduations, nobody was going to graduations. Now they're in California. If there is an event that deals with the Hispanic community, an outdoor event, they're canceling it.
Mhm.
A couple places canceled the Fourth of July because they didn't want to encourage anybody to come out that might get fucked with.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that it wasn't just California. I'm sure that places like Texas and Florida and, well, everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah, but
We got
predominantly the
people.
blue states are getting it. Of course, New York is really fighting back. I was watching a video that was showing how to program your phone to automatically send text messages to your emergency contacts that all you have to do is say something like ICE is here or something like that, and it will automatically send text to your emergency contacts so that with your location, a map of your location, so that they at least know where you disappeared from if they decide to harass you.
Well, and now you know that the feds are not, they're trying to hold back from paying states for things, right?
Yeah,
Especially the
yeah,
blue states.
yeah,
And so now the blue states, a couple of them so far, are saying, well, if you're not going to pay us, then guess what? We're not going to pay you.
yeah,
Because California subsidizes, I think it's 26 states
yeah,
with
pretty much.
with the money that we give to the federal government. It covers, I think I thought I heard it was 26 states, which is okay. And
Mhm.
and if they don't get that money, from us, then they're not going to pay it to Nebraska.
Yeah,
And you've already heard that they've started closing um, rural
hospitals.
hospitals. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And most of the effects of the big beautiful butt fuck bill, um, most of that isn't going to kick in until next year, but it still have effects. I mean, because they're not waiting, they're not allocating the funds like the grants and stuff. They're just stopping them to stop them now, even though they're not supposed to. I just, I don't know. I just see it getting ugly, and I was really hoping it wouldn't get ugly. And I think you know what I mean by that.
yeah.
All right. Um, well, let's get into the news. Um, so shares in Tesla tanked by as much as 7.6% in pre-market trading on Monday, after the CEO Elon Musk said that he was going to be forming a new American political party, provoking an irate response from US President Trump. Hmm, what do you think about a third party?
Well, we need a third, fourth, fifth party.
Yeah.
We need more than just two. We
Yep.
need we need some choices. So,
And we need to
um,
get rid of the fucking electoral college.
right. I don't know that I want Elon in charge of it, but I do want somebody, well, maybe if he gets something rolling, then somebody else will, get something else rolling. And I
Mm.
just don't know who's going to go over to the America Party because you think, okay, the people on the left that
Hmm.
are like all for solar and shit like that, they
Hmm.
might go to Elon, but they won't because he's also the one that's cutting spending for, um,
Right.
let's say, liberal, what are considered liberal causes.
Hmm.
So there's that. And the seniors aren't going to like him because he came in and he's not the right choice for that. But
Yeah.
it's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be I didn't get the read from it that it was going to be like a Ross Perot thing where it was basically Elon for president type thing. And yes, I know he can't technically, but I don't trust anything anymore. Um, but that he was forming the party and other people would run. I can see regular Republicans going to that party to get away from the MAGA if they so choose.
Right.
But I don't see many Democrats, but I can see libertarian types going over there because there's so many people that are just tired of Democrats like Hakeem Jeffries, who on the surface you're like, yeah, he's great. He's, makes great speeches. He does big things. And then you find out that he takes millions of dollars from some places that we're really against. And you wonder why things don't fucking get fixed. And that type of thing and that's, I think, why they're so scared of that Mondani guy, who's quite cute, by the way.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like with the whole AI thing.
Hmm.
It's they're gaslighting us. I don't know what's true and real anymore. I really don't. And we can say go to Midas Touch and watch their news or go to these was it Ground or something?
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Ground news.
yeah. So they say you can go there and you can get the truth, but I'm on Facebook and I see a picture of they go, "Oh, look, it's B. Arthur." And it's like that's not B. Arthur.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't even look like B. Arthur.
Right.
And it's not that, and I mean, it's not like the kind where they go, "Oh, look at all these pictures of Samuel L. Jackson," and they've got a picture of Denzel Washington there.
Oh.
Not that kind of
Uh-huh.
stuff, because that's just clickbait.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but it's the stuff where you don't know. I was telling Charlie this weekend. Not about not knowing what's real anymore, but also when am I going to stop remembering what people look like because the AI is telling me they look like this now,
Uh,
and
yeah.
it's like and people aren't going to, like these disasters that they show on the
Hmm.
the reels
Oh
where they
yeah.
where they show like a cruise ship crashing into the dock
Yeah.
and you go, okay, that's obviously fake.
Yeah.
But is it?
Right. And that's like there was one of my friends who had this video of this big woman, a Chub Gone Wild woman, uh jumping off a boat and into the water, and it splashes and then the boat goes down in the sinkhole after her. And I'm looking at that going, okay, that's so obviously AI, it's not even worth thinking about. And yet it was posted with I don't know if this is AI or not. And I'm like, how can you not look at that and think AI? But there have been AI things that have made me go, I need to go on Snopes, and look this up because I have no idea.
Well, look how many people thought you were actually in a pride parade.
Oh, that photo. the AI photo of the guy at the Pride Parade that people thought was me on Facebook.
Yeah, because you posted it.
Yeah, I posted it, but I mean, not only to me can you not look at that and just go, okay, that's not even a filter, that's AI, but that's not me. How could you think that was me?
Well, a lot of
Obviously you don't know me that well if you thought that was me because that was like a 230-pound guy.
well, yeah, but people
Yeah,
only know what they see.
right.
And that's where the gaslighting part comes in. Now, I mean, and I know you've got it coming up next with the news,
Mm.
but now they're saying there is no Jeffrey Epstein's list.
Oh yeah, and that he died by suicide and there's no client list and the Justice Department says it's closed.
Right.
And it's like, uh-huh, yeah, sure. Oh, and next they're gonna say, oh, he was he didn't really do anything. He was lied about and misaligned and or
Well, they can't really do that because the chick is still in jail. So,
yeah,
but
that chick.
they it's like last week. Last week, the jobs report came out, and we were
Mhm.
down 30,000 jobs, and they
Right.
thought we were going to be up. And then the next day, they go, "Oh, we're actually up 147,000 jobs," and it's like, no, that's not right. And they go, no, we made it was I can't remember who it was, state worker or federal workers
Mm,
and teachers, because we hire a lot of education people in the month of June.
mm,
It's just and so they the GOP gets that email that said this is the talking point, and
mm,
it's an actual thing. Every morning, the GOP gets a talking list
right.
of what to talk about. And one thing is that the jobs report was great, and there's no Jeffrey Epstein list.
Right. The jobs thing, I watched this guy break it down and he said, and so their talking point is that it was up like 1.3% or something like that. And it's like, okay, so yes, it was up 1.3% from 2020 because we had all that job loss and now we're back up. Well, we actually did have a more loss of jobs. So, but their spin on it is that we're up, but they don't tell you that we're up from 2020,
But that's
but we're
gaslighting.
down for
It,
now.
it's all
Exactly.
gaslighting, and
Exactly.
that's what I'm hating.
Yeah.
And then so they're gaslighting us. Their AI is bullshit.
Yeah.
Making blurring the lines.
Mhm.
It's just I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah. The thing that really pisses me off the most is when my mom, she likes to watch YouTube and she likes to watch stuff about like the royal family and things like that. And these people are having AI take the royal family and basically create this narrative that is wrong, super wrong, like things like the Queen Camilla ugh, um has like resigned and now Kate is stepping up and she will be queen and that other people have advocated and stuff like that. I'm just like, no, it doesn't work like that. And so I have to kind of fact check it. But she thinks, or the other day one of the stupid reels was going on about how Tom Felton from Harry Potter was dead. And she was believing it. And I had to say, no, that's AI. AI, they are somebody from probably another country, is having AI write something that's bullshit, then put it in an AI voice, and then have an AI pull pictures into a video. And then they put it up on YouTube and get 100,000 hits and make a ton of money off of it.
Right. Um,
So, but it's
okay.
all bullshit.
Okay. And the next topic.
All right.
Okay. Because
Uh,
this is another thing that I have a problem with.
the sequel to Devil Wears Prada.
Technically, just yes.
Okay. Is currently in production as it dovetails with the news that Anna Wintour, who is famously believed to have been the inspiration for the titular diabolical editor of the film, played by Meryl Streep, is stepping down from her position as editor-in-chief of Vogue after almost 4 decades. All right, what do you have
Okay.
a problem with?
Okay. Not with. Well, the problem is that I had to check to make sure that there's actually a Devil Wears Prada sequel,
I actually did the same thing. Yeah.
and because so far there's a Goonie sequel not
Oh,
happening. There's
uh,
you just go back and you see all these great old you know, there's going to be a sequel to th- just pick anything from the 80s
anything pretty
and
much. Yeah.
yeah, and then you go, oh, that's great, that they should do a sequel, and then you find out no, there's no sequel. That
Oh,
was just more bullshit, and
yeah.
that's driving me crazy because I was so excited about that the Goonies. I thought that'll be great. They can get all the kids back together as adults, and maybe maybe they have kids now, or what's the
Yeah.
storyline going to be? Well, there's no storyline because it's all a lie, and it pisses me off.
Hmm. No, I actually thought that one was possibly real.
Nope, not real.
Well, I'm kind of okay with that because there's some movies like with Devil Wears Prada. I'm thinking, I'm hoping that it's like a really good storyline because I'm looking at it going, you pretty much summed everything up. What more in this story is there to tell? But
Well,
you know
yeah,
what? If you do it well, I'm there for it.
but as I always have said, you
Hmm.
know, I sometimes you have to, okay, like doing either a sequel or doing a remake.
Hmm.
Like when the Poseidon Adventure had a remake, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's going, "Oh no, they can't do that." And I go, "Look, if it sucks, it'll no one's going to remember it in a year." And they don't.
Right.
And but
Yep.
it's so I'm okay with them doing it, but I just want them to actually do it. If they're throwing AI pictures of the kids all as an adults going Goonies too, and then it's
Uh,
a frickin' lie.
yeah.
But then again, see, we're in even in entertainment, we're getting
Right. Yeah.
gaslighted,
Gaslit.
lighted.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Gaslighted. Maybe that's
anyway,
right. Yeah.
let's talk about celebrity deaths.
All right.
Um,
Tom wants
well,
to tell you about some very sad and one not so sad celebrity death.
well, there is Matt's favorite televangelist Jimmy Swaggart, um,
Yeah.
whose ministry was toppled by prostitution scandals. And that was, God, when was that? That was the 80s, 90s?
I think so because I remember it pretty well.
And
I
remember, he
remember
was
him.
always,
I have sand.
and he's always, all the pictures of him are, he's bawling. Anyway, he died at 90. So, um,
Yeah.
ugh.
He was a
Uh,
horrible person. Sorry.
and then we heard that Michael Madsen, uh,
Yeah.
actor known, my favorite movie of his was Reservoir Dogs.
Mm,
He died at 67, and I'm not sure of what, but I know he had a hard life, or not a hard life. He made his life hard,
mm,
let's say. Julian McMahon, from Charmed and Nip Tuck and
yeah.
Fantastic Four. He actually died of cancer at 56 years old this week.
And
Actually, it was
he,
on the 4th of July.
yeah, and he kept it pretty quiet too. Hardly anyone knew.
Mark Snow, who he's a composer. And if you ever remember sitting on Sunday night listening to the opening credits for X-Files, that was his
Mm,
composition. So he
right.
died at 78. Richard Greenberg, he was the Tony Award-winning playwright of Take Me Out. He died of cancer at 67 this week. And finally, I'll get this. Priscilla Pointer dies at age 100, best known for playing the mother of her real life daughter, Amy Irving, in the 1976 movie Carrie,
Mm.
and she also was in basically everything from the 70s and 80s, including Dallas. So
Mm. Yeah.
yeah, you added that one. I did not see that.
Yeah, I just saw it this morning,
Yeah.
that, and of course you know what, I was really surprised and happily surprised, if you can put it that way, about the outpouring of love on Facebook for Julian McMahon. I mean,
Oh
it
my
was just
God.
like every other scroll, and I'm glad to see that because I thought he was a really good guy.
And last week it was Anne and Burrell.
Oh yeah, so much love for her.
Well, and also, when they're mid 50s,
Uh-huh.
um, even 60s, it's way too early.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Priscilla Pointer, she was 100 years old. What,
Right. That's
good
the
for
way to do
her.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So,
all right. Tom wants to talk to you about.
well, let me check my week. Let's see. This week on RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars, they brought the 9 finalists into the semifinals,
Hmm.
and then it became kind of similar to the format that they normally have for this, and they had Snatch Game, and it was not good. I don't understand how people have not learned how to do the Snatch Game. Um, of course, the person who ended up winning was Ginger Minj. So
Oh,
she's won all four of her episodes so far. Um,
nice.
a- and the person, oh, by the way, Ginger and Mistress
Hmm.
have both lost over 100 pounds from where you saw them in the brackets.
Really?
So I
Wow.
heard it was like it's been like 6 months since they filmed the bracket portion.
Huh.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, you should see. Well, Ginger, she still it's so funny because I was watching a separate show, and they're going, she's got to be out of her mind. She's got like 2 decades worth of costumes that she's gonna have to take in. What was she thinking? And then Mistress just looks like a completely different person.
Well, it would be
But
nice if she was a completely different
yeah,
person, but
but
that's a
yeah,
different story.
but she's still a bitch.
Yeah. Huh.
And actually, Mistress and Cynthia Cuckoo were in the bottom, and Mistress knocked it out of the park with the lip sync, and
She does that.
Cynthia went home.
Uh,
So
well, I am catching up, so I'm looking forward to getting to that part.
yeah, let's see. We haven't had a Snake episode out for a couple weeks. I'm not sure what Fox is doing with that. We're still enjoying Stick over on Apple TV, which is the Owen Wilson golf show. Mark Maron is also starring in that. This week on The Gilded Age, are you watching The Gilded Age yet?
Not yet.
Oh my God. So, um, we're trying to, the mother is trying to get her daughter to get engaged with the Duke of Buckingham. And because, then she'll be like this huge influencer in the world,
Right.
in both in England and in America. And she doesn't want to marry him because she doesn't love him. And then,
What do
uh,
you do?
and it's so funny because the father just gave away her dowry, and at the end of the episode, they were engaged, and it's like, are you going to tell them that you don't have the money to pay for the Duke anymore? Because the Duke just needs cash. He's looking
Yeah.
for a rich chick. So that was going on. And then we're still having problems over at the house across the street. Christine Baranski, she lost her son lost all of her money. And so now, now Cynthia from Sex and the City, her sister, when her husband died, she got all his money, and
Hmm.
now she's the madam of the house. And so what happens is Christine Baranski's, she's going, look at this foundation that I actually helped start. They don't even mention me anymore. I am a pariah. Nobody. How long is it going to be before I'm sent to Newport with all the divorcees? Oh my God! And so she was just beside herself, it was very dramatic. I mean, it was more posing than anything, but it was very dramatic. They were very funny. And then Audra McDonald and her daughter, who was working for Christine Baranski. They're actually in Newport, and because she had just been sick, the daughter had just been sick, so they're down in Newport to get some air and some sunlight, and so they're trying to get her to date this black doctor, and the only problem is the black doctor is very light skinned, and so his mother doesn't isn't looking for a dark skinned bride for him because she wants light-skinned children.
Mm.
I know it's an interesting storyline, but actually they did it on Blackish when they brought the kids had their school pictures taken,
Yeah.
and they didn't set the lighting for the daughter, so she was almost invisible on the class picture because
Mm.
they didn't light it well. And it's like things you learn.
Yeah.
But the one thing I do like about the Gilded Age is that they aren't, they still are, they're showing us um, that there were successful black people at the turn of the century. And
Yeah.
because it's, and this is like with what has happened to the gays. Um, well, it's that's gotten a little bit better, but not really. But movies only show us the horror of being black or being gay. You know, you're either movie shows about slaves or AIDS,
Mm.
and it's to the point where I want to bang my head against the wall because there's other stories.
Right. Well,
There's other compelling stories.
yeah, that's what I've said about, the remake of One Day at a Time. It's like I freaking love that show, and other people were just like, "Oh, I don't know. I couldn't really get into it because it was, so ethnic." And I'm like, "Are you kidding? This is just an American family who happens to the mother comes from Cuba.
Right.
uh, just tell me a different story. You can tell me the same story over and over, but tell it to me from different angles and different. Yeah, I'm
Well,
there.
okay, perfect example. If you
Hmm.
remember during the 70s, all the black shows um, dealt with poor people,
Hmm.
the maids,
Yep.
and then remember how refreshing it was when Cosby and his wife were both, white collar people. Well, he's a doctor,
Right.
she's a lawyer,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh, that's so refreshing. Fresh Prince, it was a terrible show, but it showed us, a family that wasn't on the edge of bankruptcy all the time.
Right. And
You
Family
know,
Matters, where the dad was a cop.
yeah,
I mean, in a split level or a nice big house, and just yeah.
right. And
Right.
so I want other stories that, I hate the lazy writing of people who just go, oh, let's do another slave show.
Right.
Okay, why?
Yeah. Roots pretty much covered that well.
Yeah, so yeah. Oh, it's still me. That's right. Sorry, I'm off on a
Okay.
tangent. Let's see. Um, we finished Food Bar, which is the Arnold series. It was quite funny. And I appreciate the fact it's a spy thriller, but comedy.
Hmm.
Let's see. We finished up Squid Games,
Oh,
and I'm gonna just tell you that there's a big reveal at the end with a major Academy Award winner at the
okay.
very end. And
Okay.
it's like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
We just finished the first season of Discovery of Witches, and
Oh,
we're still really enjoying it.
good.
Um, let's see. Uh, Ironheart. I mean, we're liking, but it's not like I got to see the next one.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if it's me or what, but I don't know. The Bear it has been renewed for season 5, and I'm on the episode at the wedding. So, I'll tell you, Jamie Lee Curtis just comes in there and
Hmm.
kills. Now, did I tell you? I don't know if I told you the story. She was in a television. She got hired in a television series called Operation Petticoat. Um, this was back in the 70s. She was in the show,
Okay.
and it was about wax basically.
No.
And so, but the reason probably the reason she got the job is because her father, Tony Curtis, was in the original Operation Petticoat. And but the thing didn't last long. I don't know if it lasted a full season, but because she it got canceled, she was able to do a little movie called Halloween.
Yeah.
And I love those storylines where or the stories where it's like, "Oh no, that's so terrible," but then the thing that opened up the rest of your career happens because you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
You didn't do this, you got that. Or like when Michael J. Fox got called in to cover in Back to the Future because Eric,
So,
yeah,
so
they got rid of him
yeah.
and they brought in Michael and boom,
Yeah.
I love those stories. I do. Okay, moving on. Tires got renewed. Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's a terrible show. It's on Netflix. Terrible.
Hmm.
I did see 9 to 5, the musical,
Yay.
and it's it was good, but I don't like watching um, choreography with people who are sitting around desks. I don't know. It was weird. The musical numbers were I don't know. It was weird. It felt clunky. Um,
Hmm.
then I did see a movie over on Max called Cleaner, and this is
Oh
a
yeah.
yeah, this is about um, some um, some. It's funny because it's the bad guys wants to basically destroy the world because we're killing the planet,
Yep.
and and they're trying to stop him. And it was there's this one point where the guy's working on stopping a transmission, and he's going, oh, what you've done to this planet, and that's why, and he's going, oh, so he's good. And then he goes, that's why I'm destroying everyone. He goes, oh, that's not good. Okay, that was my favorite part of the show. It takes place in London. Otherwise, it was kind of forgettable. It had some good action in it. I mean, if you're an action type person, you'll probably like it.
I liked it.
Oh, you saw it. Okay,
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
okay. And then finally, I saw Sinners, also
Uh,
on Max,
yeah.
and we really didn't enjoy it.
Hmm.
You know what I loved about it? The cinematography.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was so delicious the way it
Yes.
was filmed. It was I haven't seen a gorgeous movie like that in a long, long time.
An
But
epic, really gorgeous movie. Yeah.
yeah, but the um I wasn't really happy with the storyline.
You, you know, it,
I
it,
thought it kicked in a lot, too
mhm.
late.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of exposition.
Yeah. Didn't you feel in a way like there was like three or four different story, like different movies that they just kind of said, I don't know which way to go with this. Let's just shove it all into one film and throw in some vampires.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just the fact that they were opening up this bar
Yeah,
was a story in its own. But
right.
why throw in the vampires?
Well, yeah, and then you have the time that they did it. You have the KKK. You have the, you have just, I mean, there was just so much going on. You're like, okay, where is this going? I know you got vampires in there somewhere, but they didn't even appear until halfway or more through the movie.
Right.
And it was just like at that point, I'm like, okay, now what?
I mean,
Now we
especially when why bother with the kid, when they're off getting all the musicians together.
yeah,
Why bother with the kid going, don't look at the white woman in the, in the face. It's like I understand that happened during a time period, but it had nothing to do with the show.
right.
It wasn't like somebody was going to get, like almost killed because of it.
Yeah.
There were these moments that were like, well, why did you include that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, why would he insult the wife of the guy who was the bouncer?
Right.
When they're out there and there's it's just seeing. I understand shit talk, but I don't know. But it was from start to finish, uh, gorgeous,
Yep.
and I'm sure it's gonna pick up a nomination, if not an Oscar, for that cinematography.
Yeah, it definitely deserves it. It is a beautifully made film.
Okay, your
Okay.
turn.
Well, let's see. Like I said, I'm catching up on Drag Race, and I am also watching Squid Games. I've watched two of the six episodes, and I will endeavor to watch the rest. But wow, episode two just kind of made
Yeah,
me go, okay, I need a little break from this because that was pretty over the freaking top.
yeah. Just watching. Yeah, I don't like watching people getting stabbed to death.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It was just a bit much. I mean, I can watch it on a Jason Statham movie where he's killing a bunch of, mean extras and shit like that, where you're just like, that's what this movie's for. But no, Squid Games, they're like, let's make you actually like these people. And then, yeah, so it was a bit much. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to the big reveal at the end, and kind of I'm just looking forward to getting done with this series. Um, Although I have to say that the acting and the actors and everything are really good. So,
yeah. The old lady, she was going for Emmy this time.
right?
Yeah,
She was awesome. Okay, so I've been playing a lot of WoW. This month they have a big event in World of Warcraft for any of you crafters out there and you've wowers, that where they have upped the drop ratio on the mounts in a lot of the older raids and dungeons, the really rare ones. So you can like run it over and over, and there's a higher percentage chance that you're going to get it. I have actually, and I was all like, this is too confusing. I'm not going to do this. I don't care. And then I started kind of tinkering around with it, and I have gotten, I think, about eight mounts now. So, and ones that I tried to get for years and couldn't get. So, yeah, so it's really neat. Craig the Freak Geek and I kind of check in with each other here and there and figure out the latest ones that we've gotten. It's pretty cool. So, WoW keeps it interesting, and as long as they keep it interesting, they'll keep going. And there was a little blurb, and here's again where I don't know if maybe it was AI or not, but they are talking about a WoW 2, where basically it's the same thing from the start, but with a whole different type of graphic engine that makes it much more real. So I don't know. I kind of like it the way it is, but you know, it's WoW. I'll play anything once, I guess. So, Squid Games talked about. Let's see. Okay, so I watched only a couple movies this time. A couple movies because I've got some things that have been going on. But I watched In the Name of the King, which was a 2007 movie. It, of course, is a Jason Statham movie. Um, As war looms in an idyllic kingdom, Jason Statham begins a heroic quest to find his kidnapped wife, Claire Furlani, and avenge their son, who was murdered by horrible warriors called Krugs. Meanwhile, villainous Ray Liotta sends his evil army to overthrow the rightful king, Burt Reynolds, and steal the throne. So, I do not mind bad fantasy and sci-fi movies as long as they're kitschy or campy or whatever. I mean, I love Kroll. I love, the old, give me a good adventure and I'll watch it. This was poop. I mean, when I have to say, Jason Statham was like did the best acting in the entire thing, and everybody else was just like, hey, I'm here for the paycheck. Don't expect much. Uh, so sad. uh, don't even watch it. And then I watched Wild Card 2015, where Jason Statham plays a bodyguard for hire and tries to overcome his gambling addiction while living in Las Vegas. However, his life takes a turn when he learns of a brutal attack on his friend and sets out on a bloody quest for revenge. And you know what? That is a horrible fucking description, and whoever wrote it obviously, probably, I'm assuming, didn't watch the movie or fell asleep through it because that's not what happened at all. Anyway, but it's good enough. But he's a gambling addict. He's in Las Vegas. He wants to leave. He fucks up his chances to leave over and over again. And he helps a friend who did get attacked, but he doesn't do the attack. He basically lets her handle it. And then they come after him for it. And then he just has to take care of it in the end. And so the action in it was good. There were some fun moments in it, but the whole gambling addiction and like mental fits that they tried to do was just like, why bother? Why? It doesn't, who cares? Just have him go punch somebody in the throat. It's fine. Anyway, but I do say if you like action movies, and there's nothing else on. It is on Amazon and free. So good.
Well, it's on free if you have Amazon.
Exactly. Anyway, then I think I have finished a season and a half of the more of the Kids Baking Championship. And some of these kids, okay, so some of they've gotten into the seasons where they're just like trying to pull anybody that they can in, and every once in a while they get somebody that's really cool. There's been a couple of the girls. Thank you. Oh, swear ads lately. Anyway, the some of the girls have just been like, you're going, oh my God, they are 11 and they are a little tiny adult and funny and can cook
Yeah,
so much
it's
better than I can.
it
Oh my
feels like the
God.
bad seed to me.
You
All,
know,
all of those kids. Well, I like to do this and da 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 da, and they're
well, you
so
know what?
comfortable in the
Yes,
camera.
yes.
It's gross.
But when you watch the backstage interviews, those have to be scripted, not only for them, but for the all the other baking championships, because they all talk the same way. They all seem like they're reading. It's like somebody says, "Okay, well, how did you feel about your whatever today?" "Oh, I was really stressed about it, and I don't know, and things went wrong." And they're like, "Okay, let me write this down. Okay, here's now read this right into the camera like you're selling something." It's all the same. I swear they script those things for them to say.
Well, Of course they do. When a 13-year-old makes a reference
Well, I'm talking about the
from
adult ones too.
I know, but when they make a reference from like the 1970s,
Yes,
it's like, oh my God, it's like the Jeffersons down in here, and it's like,
there
how
have
do you
been a
even?
few of those. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm sure you are correct. I actually one thing I forgot to mention, I saw a movie called Monster Summer with your favorite Mel Gibson, and
Uh-huh.
it's over on Paramount, and one of the little girls was making it because it took place in 1997, and a 13-year-old was making reference to uh, the French Connection. This is like the chase scene from The French Connection, and I'm like,
What?
1971, you weren't
Wow.
you weren't even considered. Your parents were probably, may have seen it, but they were probably 13 when that came out.
Right.
It was
Wow.
yeah, it was really really weird,
So,
weird.
yeah, and then the boys there are split in, there's three types of boys. There's the fat kid who wants to eat, everything that he, does, and that's me. That's the one I would be. And then there's the little flaming gay boy who boy that everything that happens to him that's good, he just he's gonna pass out because he's just so happy, and you just feel like flames are just gonna shoot out the side of his head because he's so gay. And I love that part. And then there's the boy who is gonna grow up to be like a huge bottom, basically, and not shaming, but he is like, oh yeah, I like football and baking, and then he'll get a win and he'll just so it's they're funny. They're funny, but
That's
I will
because
say that most of these kids could outbake me in a heartbeat.
well, yeah, that's why they're on the show and you're not.
Yeah.
No, it's
Well, and I'm old.
that kid is also um what happens is I'm sure that he got into cooking because he
Hmm.
helped dad with the barbecue, and dad's like, get out of my way, go help your mom. And so it kind of he loved to cook,
Yeah.
which doesn't always make them gay.
Well,
there
no,
are
but
some
it always
there's
makes
always
me.
some kids on those shows that are and that aren't.
Well, it always seems like the ones that make such a point of talking about, oh, I don't like pink, uh, and and that type of shit. They're the ones that you're like, oh, I still have to make dad happy because
Right.
he thinks baking is gay. So, that type of bullshit. But anyway, I think it's fun enough to watch at night while I'm doing other things like, playing games on my tablet. So, all right. Now, our advice question this time is a what would you do? Which I put wrong there. Okay. Uh, you've been dating a guy for 3 months and things are going well. And by the way, this is a random question that I asked AI to pull up, so it isn't me telling it what to ask. All right, you've been dating this guy for 3 months and things are going well. Great chemistry, shared values, and your friends really like them. One night, while scrolling through old text, you come across a screenshot of your best friend sent you over a year ago. It's a social media post of your current partner making an offensive joke and your friend saying, "What a douche." That post doesn't align with the guy that you know today, and your friend doesn't even seem to remember it. You now wonder if your partner has changed in the last year or is hiding beliefs that don't align with your own. What do you do?
Well, you could either assume that the person that you've known for the last 3 months is the person that you know, and yeah, and or you just ask them, say,
Mhm.
hey, you said this on a post. Do you really mean that?
Right. That's
I mean,
that's what I would do.
yeah,
Just ask, hey, you know what? I came across this. What is this? And usually it's like, oh yeah, I was really stupid, blah 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 or
I
whatever.
was drunk. We were
Yeah,
joking. It wasn't serious. And
yeah,
now I realize that it came off bad, but what do you do?
right.
What was I just watching? Oh, we were watching a show last night, and the guy was like in his early 20s and he had never had sex. So
Hmm.
he goes, "What number should I say that I've had sex with people? Do I make up a number? Do I say that I've never been with anybody?" And it's like, or do I get a big number so it sounds like I'm real? And I'm like,
Hmm.
if you go in, and they do this in shows all the time, they're always like, well, they've had sex with like 400 people. Who cares? They're not having sex with anybody else but you now. It's
Right.
like,
Yeah,
stop dragging the past up and throwing it in people's
right.
faces.
Well, yeah, because I mean, let's face it, most of our friends, you know, I mean, their numbers are like, are you serious? But they're just them. And if they're going to be with somebody, they're going to commit to it. So
Right.
get over it. Yeah.
Yeah, stop worrying about it. People were whores.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the thing with this. I would just say I would just show them the thing and say, what's this about? Do you still feel that way or, that's a bad joke or whatever? And just see where it goes. Because if they are really an asshole, you want to know, but at
Yeah,
the
find
same
out
time, you
now.
figure that they're probably it was just
Yeah,
one of
like
those things.
it's like when you find out that your partner voted for Trump,
Oh, that to me, divorce at this point. Divorce. Bye-bye. Either that or you better have some serious penance, boy. All right. Love it or hate it. The Munsters. Okay. Well, I guess Tom doesn't really know or he's thinking about it.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, what? I have to answer first?
Oh, okay. If you're waiting for me, I loved it. They weren't the Addams family to me, but I mean, you know,
Or did you like the
I'll if I turn on the show, I'll watch it, except for that one episode where Grandpa or Grandpa said a horrible slur against Latino people. And I was like, keep it in context, because that's really not very nice. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, it also was the 60s.
That's what I'm saying. Keep it in context. Otherwise, I would have been like, "What?" Anyway, yeah, I like them.
Now, did you like them better than
Adam's
Addams
Family?
Family?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I kind of see them on the same par. I mean, I didn't, it's like Tiffany and Debbie Gibson. I didn't, say, oh, I like her more than her because it's just like I like them.
Yeah, I see. As a kid, I liked the Munsters.
Okay.
But as an adult, I realized that the Munsters were very kid oriented. They were
Hmm.
appealing, very bottom of the barrel kind of jokes.
Very
Where,
broad humor. Yeah.
yeah, where the Addams Family was actually quite sophisticated
Hmm.
with their stuff. So, yeah, that to me, the Munsters as a child were, I ate it up, and it only ran 2 seasons,
Yeah, I was surprised about that.
and they tried to redo it, and it just
Over and over and
yeah,
all the movies.
it
Yeah.
just does not work anymore.
Yeah.
I think it's because it was a mixed marriage. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, Fred Gwynn, I mean, he did a great job. He was just goofy enough to be funny. All right. Hey, Chubbs, Timothy wants to know, in your theater days, were you ever in a love triangle where all three of you were in the same cast?
No.
Um, eh,
Any,
no,
were
not
you
a triangle.
directing? Were you
Not well.
directing?
I mean, I wasn't part of. Well, it wasn't a love triangle. Let's put it that way. But
Okay.
yeah, there were at least two shows where we had
That's not what
weird
they're saying.
things.
You were
I
in
know.
a
I'm
triangle.
including myself where there were weird things going on.
Ew.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
I know. No, you don't. All right. Hey, Chubs. Timothy wants to know, do you organize your closet or just shove and shut the door?
Um, I don't know anymore. I'm pretty good at organizing, like groceries and that's a old word, the groceries,
I know. I
Yeah.
haven't heard of that in a long time.
Yeah, and but like and then my clothes, I mean, I got a underwear drawer, a sock drawer, they might not be, neat, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of organized and kind of not organized. It just
Yeah.
depends on what it is.
Right. Yeah, my closet, I usually am very good about having my closet very well organized, but about a year and a half ago or so, I did get to the point where I just was putting stuff in it without really paying attention. And I can tell you where everything is, but I do need to clean it out and really do a better organizational job now. So, usually I'm the anti-hoarder. I'll wait 6 months and then clean out the same closet I cleaned out 6 months ago and toss more stuff out.
I know, but you hoard up until those 6 months.
Kind of, sort of,
Yeah,
roundabout way. Uh, hey Chubbs, Timothy wants to know, do you take things because they're free, even though you know you'll never use them? Hmm.
I don't do it anymore. I used to. There was a
Yeah,
time. Well,
yeah.
there was a time, I mean, I worked for a video company that we got freebies all the time. So, um, I mean, we'd get t-shirts, we'd get um, anything they could slap a logo on.
Hmm.
We get the free DVD, well, free VHS, free DVDs, three free Blu-rays as time progressed. I've got an entire wall in my second bedroom covered in DVDs that
Mm.
I probably I try to get rid of the ones that I'm not going to watch.
Right.
But I mean, it's yeah, that is. But nowadays it's like at a hotel,
Mm.
if they've got like the toothpaste or they've got shampoos or stuff like that, I'm like, leave it. I don't want it. I don't want it. It's just
Yeah.
junk to throw in a drawer, and I don't. Yeah, I've got better stuff at home, or just
Yeah.
yeah, those kind of things. It's just and even like if it's a free dessert, thing, and I'm not interested in the dessert, I will not take it.
Yeah, yeah, I've learned to do that because I'd just take something because it was free or whatever. That's great. Thank you for your sample. And then I would get it home and it would sit on the counter or whatever for weeks. And I realized, you know what, I'm never going to use that. And then I would toss it. And so now I just learned to I I I can like something, but I don't have to have it. I don't have to own it.
Right. Now remember condoms? All the free condoms, and they were crap
Oh
condoms to begin with.
yeah.
But
Yeah. Always had some.
I always had a bunch of them and I never used them.
Yeah. Well, nowadays with prep and all the other stuff, it's like, so
That's not the point.
I know, but yeah, I was trying to go in a positive spin. Okay, so thank you, Timothy. Those were really great questions.
Can't believe you said that.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And I did not mean, see, that would be the thing that they would have to, like, whoever I'm dating for 3 months would have to ask me about. Me being like, I didn't even realize it came out that way. All right. I remember AOL and dial-up chat rooms.
Yeah, I remember them. They were fun but dangerous.
Uh-huh.
I because you never you never knew who was behind the profile unless you
Right.
knew the person, that type of thing. What I hated was the noise it made when it started.
Eh, yeah,
That, oh God, that was the most horrible noise.
yeah. It sounded like your computer was being strangled. And and the chat room only held up to like 25 people at a time.
I think it was 50.
Was it 50?
I think it was 50.
And then you just had to keep, and with a popular chat that you were a regular part of, you just had to keep hitting refresh over and over and over until finally someone dropped out and you managed to get in. I used to go in the Bears for Bears chat. And oh, and then remember how if you had a wave on your computer and somebody typed in the name of the wave and then wave, it would play on your computer.
No.
Yeah, that was a thing, and that got me several times. And then, of course, when they would send you a profile picture of themselves, and it would take, an hour to download. So that was always fun.
Oh, the creeping picture. Ting,
Yeah,
ting, 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 ting.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then by the time you got halfway down the face, you're like, I'm either not interested or I don't like where this is going. So, um, all right. Well, what's in your lunchbox? Mr. Moose wrote in and said, too hot to cook. Well, too hot to cook much. Made bacon and tomato sandwiches, side of cantaloupe, and 6 slices of bacon on each sandwich. Was delicious. It does look delicious.
I know. Look at that. Just that edge of bacon right there. I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm like rethinking my dinner tonight.
Uh, I love I love tomato sandwiches. I like bacon sandwiches.
Now, do you like when you do a tomato sandwich,
Mhm.
how do you make it? What's
Okay, so I a basic tomato sandwich, of course, I slice it. Um, Butter, mayonnaise, and a little bit of salt.
now is it toasted or not?
Not usually. I haven't really thought about that. I probably have in the past, but usually just a sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always, whenever I put butter on sandwiches, there are some people that give me a questioning look about it.
Well,
And
that's
I'm
because
like, it's
it's
so good.
it's kind of gross.
It's so good. All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Moose. Really appreciate you sending that in. And then we have Mark or Scott, one or the other. I think it was Mark that sent in this beautiful plate. Look at this. Love your china. For tea time yesterday, I had a couple of homemade Annie's biscuits and some delicious butter and strawberry jam on them. Yummy. Annie's biscuits. I don't know if I specifically know Annie's biscuits, but I love
Are
that
they
jam.
like are they like a store-bought one?
And I don't know. Um, I don't, yeah, because I mean, these could have been cooked.
Well, yeah, I mean, you would cook them either way. You'd either heat them
Well,
up or
yeah,
you would
but
you
yeah.
bake them. But um, yeah, that's one thing that I kind of miss is biscuits and toast, bread
Mhm.
with jam on it, some sort
Yeah.
of bread with jam, and I can't have it because it's just too yummy and it's got so much sugar in it. But boy, I do miss it. Um, yeah, there was
Mm.
always. Remember cinnamon toast?
Oh my gosh, yes. My mom would make that all the time.
Now, did you put a lot of butter on it so it really got gooey?
Um,
I did.
well, yeah, probably. But okay. Yeah, and I love
Yeah.
strawberry jam, but I don't like hardly any other jams or jellies. So,
See,
oh,
I'm not a
except
big
a fig
strawberry.
jam. Hmm?
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
oh my God, fig jam is so good.
Yeah, I like fig. I like blueberry.
Hmm.
Oh, I love orange marmalade. Oh, I love orange
Yeah,
marmalade.
I know so many people like it, but it's like there's too much pith in it or something. It's too bitter for me.
Yeah,
Right.
then they're probably doing it. They're probably doing it wrong.
That would make
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, because you've got to shave off the pith part, and it just be the outside, and it's usually they usually candy it ahead of time. You know, the
Mm,
skin, and then it's they do the julienne of it, and yeah,
that sounds good.
it
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
All right. Well, see what's in your lunchbox at facebook.com/chubsgonewild. And of course, you can send us what's in your lunchbox along with any love it or hate it. I remembers, hey Chubs, advice questions, just general, hey there. So you can send that to us at chubsgonewild@gmail.com. Find Tom's other podcast at swannerandjudd.com. Find all my other projects over at justkisstheguy.com. Find all of our links at allmylinks.com/chubsgonewild. And of course, you can,
You can find us on YouTube. And if you do watch us on YouTube, like and subscribe.
yeah.
It really helps our channel. No, and the other thing is we are available on every platform. So if you don't have to actually go to swannerandjudd.com. You could go to iHeartRadio or,
Yeah, wherever you
Apple,
listen.
wherever you get your podcasts from. We're there as well. So
That's right. All right. Well, thank you so much for another wonderful week, and we will catch you next Monday. All right.
bye.
Bye.
Hand, where's my hand? Oh, there it is. Okay.
A network of inclusion.
UnivazPods.net.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network.
This has been a For Fuck's Sake production.